You guys, I am so excited to be making this video right now. If you feel like you've at some point struggled with confidence, or you feel like you're not really living your true authentic self, or if you feel like you just wish maybe you could feel more confident or be able to walk in a room and not feel uncomfortable, or if you simply just wish you could start the self-love journey, then this video is for you. Honestly, you guys, this topic is so important for me because to me, I feel like one of my biggest goals in life is to make women feel confident. I feel like my entire brand and fashion was rooted by the desire to make women feel confident. And that's why making this video just resonates with me so much, because reading I got so many girls being vulnerable, sharing their questions, their journeys with me, and it really touched me to the point where I had to like literally write all the questions, section them out, and figure out how I was going to make every single person that sent in their questions heard. So I'm actually thinking, depending on how long this video ends up being, that this might be a part one and maybe like a part two, part three, who knows how many parts. I just want everyone to be heard. Before I start getting into the video, I want to make something very clear. I had a lot of you girls asking questions about your relationship. And even though I will be touching a little bit like the baseline of confidence and your relationship, I will save relationship advice for another video. If you know me personally, and maybe through social media, I hope that that message is conveyed. I love making women feel confident in every aspect of their life, in their health, in their relationship, in who they are. And I feel like I try to embody that. And some of those questions lead to that. So I'm gonna jump right in. I wanna let you guys know how the video is gonna be broken down, and we'll see how much we can get through one video. A lot of the questions were about confidence around others, how to be confident while being how to be confident in 2024. Let me tell you, that's the thing. That's a thing because we live in the era of social media. You know, back in the day, Facebook and MySpace wasn't that intimidating. And the only woman that you had to worry about was the woman you were around. So confidence, I think, is struggling right now in 2024 because also of social media, because of the mental health crisis, because people have stopped being in touch with themselves, with their feminine side, etc. So like I mentioned, I will be touching the parts of confidence around others, confidence within your own body, confidence with your skin and beauty, which all kind of ties in together, confidence in relationships, confidence in your personality, how to overcome shyness, communication skills, confidence in your career and embarking social media, how I've become confident, tools that I have learned through either listening to podcasts, reading books. I will be answering questions in regards to me that you guys had. Seventh, I will cover mental health and confidence. And then I will be covering other questions that were kind of miscellaneous that didn't fall in these categories, but they were so personal, I wanted to make sure that you guys were able to get that question answered. So let's get right to it. So I'm going to be in the confidence around others, body and beauty confidence first. I'm gonna dive into that because that was the majority of the question. For this one is how to be confident while being chubby, gordita, flaquita, or petite. These are the words you guys use, so I want to use these so you guys can relate to the question that you asked. Now, this question really is how do we feel confident within our body? To be confident with your body, it's not just about the physical part. And you guys have to understand that. Let's be real. If you are unhappy with your body, chances are you are unhappy with your life at some degree. You're probably not super happy. You feel like you're not living to your potential, possibly, right? Because the spectrum is, we're talking about a spectrum, right? to tie it into your body first, because we'll get to the mental, we'll dissect every part. We're tackling body dysmorphia, not loving your body, not loving your face, feeling insecure around other women, comparing yourself to other women. And to tackle this, how to be confident while being petite or while being chubby, is to start understanding that your mentality with confidence comes with action. You have to start loving yourself. The entire journey of confidence starts with the root or the seed, right? You have to like plant a seed, and that's what we're doing today. Today, we are going to plant that seed that you end up watering every day, that you end up checking, pulling out the weeds that want to attack, right? And you let it blossom. It takes time. This is not a thing where tomorrow you're just going to feel confident, right? But it's a process. My suggestion is, if you are unhappy with your body, you must take action to change that. That might mean if you want to lose weight, if you want to gain weight, you start implementing working out. You start implementing making a plan. But one thing is to say something. I want to start running, right? Right now, running is a trend, so I'll use that as an example. Hop on it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to start taking action within your body. You have to start taking action to see change. Nothing is going to change if your routine is not changing. Nothing is going to change if you're not changing, right? So if you are not confident with your body, then that means that you have to take some action. That might also mean eating healthier. That might also mean doing things that make you feel better. Because let me tell you guys something. Your body is connected to your mind, it's connected to your soul, it's connected to you physically. There's two ways to go about this question, and I will share this with a story for you guys to better understand. When I weighed 80 pounds, I was extremely insecure about my weight. Not loving myself, not prioritizing myself. I just didn't care enough at that moment because I had a lot of trauma. I had a lot I was going through. I was under a lot of stress. I was under a lot of change, a lot of transitions. When it rains, it pours, and it was pouring on me throughout that time in my life, and I had lost a lot of weight. I was also very unhealthy, doing drugs, smoking weed, doing drugs, drinking, just not living a healthy lifestyle. And I'm the other side of the spectrum, that when I get stressed, or I'm overly excited or overly stressed or whatever stimulated in any type of emotion, I will not eat. Se me quita el hambre. I completely lose my appetite. And I realized that I was not prioritizing myself. And yes, I was very unhappy. I was extremely unhappy about my body, and I hated how skinny I was. I'll put a picture here so you guys see how skinny I was. And I knew that I was below weight, below average, and I knew I was unhealthy, yet I couldn't do anything about it until I hit rock bottom. But it's very important, I state this, very important, and anyone who's around me knows this. The importance of the placebo effect, the importance of pretending you are confident. I used to, yes, be 84 pounds, but if I went out, chose a beautiful outfit, because I had to figure out what I could wear that still made me feel beautiful even though I was completely underweight. That might have been wearing extra baggy sweatpants and a super tight shirt and a good hair day and makeup, or you know what I mean? But no one probably would have known how insecure I was, and I don't think anyone did. Even then, I somehow faked it till I made it. I somehow was this fake confident person, and it worked. It worked for me. It worked being fake confident during those years that I was super underweight, because it truly me la creía. I believed it, and when I got in that mode, like this alter ego or this confident persona, I pulled that energy. Like, I say this to my girls who, what I say here stays here type of vibe, type shit. I pulled at 80 pounds, okay? I had no culito. And if I did, it was mainly bones. I pulled, girl, some of your favorite artists, some of your favorite players, and I was extremely insecure. And I was 80 pounds. Same goes for the person that is maybe overweight. I saw some big girls who just rocked the entire room when they walked in. Look, now I don't know if they were on what I was on, which was this like maybe fake confident. But if they were, I wouldn't even be able to tell, because I have seen all kinds of women dominate a room. I'm talking about tall, short, big, small, women in general who own their confidence, who know who they are. And if you don't know who the fuck you are, let me remind you. And if the reminder is not enough, then we got to do some work. We got to do some work to figure out, who am I? Who am I? What do I bring to the table? Because if you're a kind person, that's a whole lot already. There's so many ways, so many spectrums of women, but you need to know who you are. And for me, I just knew I was a good fucking person. I knew I was all right, I know I was all right, And I just felt like with some fashion, some clothes that, made me fit right, because I had to learn early on, because the child section was all I could wear, that it's not about how you look. Because at some point, someone's always unhappy with their body. But that's more of a mental thing, more what you bring and the energy that you bring within. It's to remember who the fuck you are. And if you don't know who the fuck you are, then we got some work to do. What does that work look like? Who in your life told you at some point that you were not enough? Because sometimes, unfortunately, it's the people we most love that made us feel like we were not enough. And the lack of confidence comes or stems from the lack of feeling like we are enough. We feel like there's this void, like we're not in alignment with our body, like we are not one together. And so to be confident, the first step to want to be confident is to understand that concept and to understand, oh shit, I want to be confident. It is my goal to, finally say, you know what, I'm fucking tired of feeling this way. I want to walk into a room and feel like the most beautiful girl in the room, if that makes sense, right? Because beauty is in the apple of the eye. Beauty looks different for everyone. But to walk into a room and feel like the baddest bitch there, to walk into a room, not maybe wanting to be the baddest bitch there, but to at least feel comfortable in your skin, feeling like you are enough, feeling like you light up the room with your presence. Every single one of you has something to offer. You have to figure that out within yourself. And through doing that is unfortunately a bigger scope of work of healing and having those conversations, those tough conversations with ourselves, and looking back into our childhood and figuring out, when is it that I lost my confidence? What was it that made me lose my confidence? Maybe that's what you know, because you saw your mother not feel confident. You saw maybe your mother not get ready, not put some makeup on. Maybe sometimes we dealt with a mother that was depressed, who wouldn't even brush their teeth. And unfortunately, sometimes it's deeper than we think, but not, it's a difficult road, but everything in life is difficult. Doing your driver's test is difficult. Doing your written test, how many of y'all failed it? This is no different. We are learning a skill. It's gonna take some time, but don't be discouraged, because you can be the most confident woman in life if you do the work. It's more in here, and in here, and I'm not talking about the physical part, than it really is the physical part. The physical part is given. We all know this. It's what I do. It's what me and my husband do. It is working out, of course, being consistent, staying disciplined. But if you can't find yourself doing those things, it ties in back to the confidence part. And it ties back into feeling like you lack something. Like something is broken, like something is off, and you can't get yourself out of bed, and you can't figure out why you feel the way you do. Well, let me tell you something. Confidence also stems and creates your dream career, your dream relationship. And I don't mean dream as in cliche, but I mean kind of like what works, because perfection doesn't exist, but being at peace and happy in your relationship, in your career, confidence with how you look. It all ties together. Understand that we are one soul. Like we are one soul. Like we are one. Like we are one. And our physical, our mental, our emotional state will all have a reflection into play in how confident we do feel or not. So it's important to understand that when I talk about this, yes, I'm going to talk about some of the superficial parts, which is get your ass up and work out. If you can't get your ass up to work out, we need to figure out what's holding you back. Because to say, well, I just get tired, no, because if you set an alarm, what is holding you back? What is keeping you in bed? The lack of confidence that you have for yourself. So now it's time to figure out, what can I do to be confident? And we'll dive deeper into that. Because girl, this is the first question. This is what I meant by we might need like a 5 series part. I don't know. I'm going to try to do 2, but we'll see how it goes. So how to be confident if you are chubby or flaquita. Healing has to start. We need to start getting into some healing, right? It stems deeper than our physical appearance. And we need to figure out your discipline part. Discipline is what really gets you to your dream body goals. Or I don't like saying dream body goals, but kind of like you're feeling content with your body. Of course, your health will play a major role in your mental health with that, right? So figuring out a discipline cycle for working out, and then faking it till you make it. Be fake confident. That's a start. That'll kickstart your mind into figuring out this survival mental mechanism to feeling confident around others, right? So that's my answer to you, but we will dive deeper into this question. How to not get intimidated with girls with BBLs. Understand the deeper message from this. But in my humble opinion, I believe that women with BBLs are some of the most insecure women in general. To risk your life, getting a BBL is one thing. And listen, you guys, I have friends that have BBLs. Some of my closest friends, right, have had BBLs. I am not against anyone getting a BBL. However, most women that I know that have gotten a BBL have not just had one. They've had 2. They've had 3. They've had 4 rounds of BBL. And to me, it makes me sad that a woman feels like they must undergo such danger because someone might argue, Africa, you have your breasts done and you got them 3 times, right? I can't fight that. You are completely right. However, a BBL is life-threatening. Many women have died from BBLs. Many women. Most recently, DC Young Fly from Wild 'N Out's wife, mother of 3, I think, died from a BBL. I have respect for women who choose to, go under the knife for anything, because it's not an easy recovery. However, I'm also for doing what makes you happy. Sometimes people sometimes people get a BBL and they feel great and happy about it. And that's good if they achieve that happiness. I'm not against surgery at all. I want to make that very clear. It's just my experience with women with BBLs. If you've gotten a BBL and then you've been completely happy with it, that's great. That's best case scenario. However, if you are feeling, you cannot feel insecure around women with BBL, because for one, you have to understand that their insecurity has led them to that, right? And most of the times they're not happy. I have 3 YouTube videos, 3, about my breast augmentation, and I have said, if you look at it, and you can quote unquote me, I have said, women do not talk about how insecure they are after they get their breast augmentation, or that they're not happy. It's not spoken about, because when you go through that surgery, you're almost kind of embarrassed to say, oh fuck, yeah, I love it, because you're kind of forced to say that, because then they think they look dumb that they did that, and they don't want that power over them, because then that'll make them even more insecure. Trust me, I've had people, I have had girls tell me that they regret getting their BBLs, or that they were bullied into it, or that they felt like it was the only option. It is not the only option, you guys. You guys, a healthier, much cheaper, save 10, 15, 20 grand, now 30 grand for some people, and just invest that in your health. Not only will you be feeling amazing working out and putting that, but I also feel like with being natural, and even with your breast, because I have had my breast done, but I have also spokenly open about how I kind of do wish, not I kind of do, I do wish I would have never touched my breast, and I'll get into that later. But like, isn't it so beautiful that there's all different type of women body shapes? Like, I'll show you here. We have an athlete in Wonso who I loved her content, and we got her right into the team because she does something creative that I have not seen before. She does workouts for your body type. Some women are hourglasses, some women are pears, some women are squares, and all of them are beautiful. And she like makes these plans, like these workout plans directly for your body type. Body types are beautiful, and she even showcases that. She showcases some of like body goals that are squares, body goals that, and you might not think of it as this, but there's literal like there's a saving grace for everyone to feel confident within their body, but also to feel good internally. If you do have a BBL, there's nothing wrong with that, but to each their own. To each their own. We have to accept women no matter what. Like, I will never be like, oh my gosh, that girl. No, do not be that. Do not ever be that. Do not ever feel superior. If you don't have a BBL, do not feel superior over the woman that has a BBL. And if you have a BBL, do not feel superior over the woman that doesn't. We have to remember that this womanhood, we got to work on it. This womanhood, we got to have each other's back. However, like I said, you have to love yourself enough to be around women with BBLs, and I've been in plenty of those rooms, and I feel like they're beautiful, and I feel like I'm beautiful, and we're both two beautiful bitches. You know what I mean? Like, you have to see it with that mentality. The mentality of they are unique in their own way, I am unique in my own way, and we are both beautiful in our own unique ways. How to feel beautiful around other women in general goes back to the same thing, understanding that everyone is different. Every single person, I've been around the room, I love women. I love women, their beauty, their grace, just a woman, just any woman. I've been around such beautiful women in the room. And I just find it so in awe of God's creation. Like, you have to understand that there's something that makes you you. There is something that makes you beautiful. And when you truly embody and believe that, when you bring into the table that you are a woman, a good woman, you feel good because you're nurturing your body, and you come into a room, you're just going to acknowledge the beauty in others, and you're going to feel beautiful, so you don't need that validation either. And that's beautiful. To feel confident around other women, you have to start healing yourself. You have to start believing that you are beautiful. I've never done the affirmations thing, like where I tell myself I am beautiful in the mirror, but I've read enough books and podcasts to know that that is a tool where you can start telling yourself that you are beautiful, start believing it. But also, apart from that, it could mean like doing cute things, like learning how to do a little makeup. You know what I mean? A little goes a long way. I'm not talking about like a full face of makeup. I'm talking about enhancing your beauty. For example, I'll share one thing. Maybe you just have to learn how to do your makeup in a way that suits you. Because just like certain exercises help certain body types, certain makeup skills enhance certain features. Like there's like the face things, right? And I'll put that here as well. Like if you have a round shaped face, this is how you should do your makeup. If you have a more oval face, if you have more of a square face, there's different styles on how to enhance makeup. That's not to say that you shouldn't feel beautiful without makeup. However, if you are to step outside and you want to feel a little, pick me up, a little oomph, which makeup does that. Makeup sometimes gives you that little confidence boost. I will tell you one thing, I am human. If I have no makeup, as long as I'm having a good day, I could do it. But if I'm not having a great skin day, I'm gonna need a little concealer. I'm gonna need a little, a little powder. I'm gonna need a little, hiding to do. But that does not mean I'm not beautiful with my scars. And that's not to say that now I'm not confident. It's to understand that there's balance. To be fully confident and feel like your shit don't stink 24/7 is not realistic. So I'm not here to tell you guys a lie that I feel confident at every second of the moment. But it's all that healthy 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the time I do feel like I'm a confident woman. 20% of the time I don't. And that is okay. It's about this balance of understanding that there's this good over the bad. So that's that question. How to stop comparing yourself to other women. Whoo, child. It is 2024 and it seems like it only gets worse with social media and comparing ourselves, not just beauty standards, but our entire life, our careers. There's just so much. And you also feel like you're not doing enough, that your life is not valuable. Look, you guys, as someone in the social media space, you guys have to understand that social media is a highlight of people's life. We have to understand that when it comes to beauty, when it comes to life, when it comes to anything, comparison is the thief of joy. You will never in life ever feel fulfilled or happy if you start comparing yourself to everyone on the internet. And let's be real, you guys. There's people who edit their pictures, who use a little Paris filter, including me. I'm not this person that goes completely raw, no filter, no nothing. No, girl, sometimes I turn beauty mode on. Sometimes I swipe for Paris. Even though I try not to, even though I try to not use so many filters and kind of show more of my rawness, there's times I do, and balance is okay, 80-20. But understand, you guys, that not everything is as it seems. Now, when you start feeling like, wait, I feel like I'm comparing myself over again, change to something. Read a book, pick up a book, connect with someone, leave your phone. The only solution for this, to overcome that confidence part of not comparing your life, is putting the phone down. That is the solution. I'm answering your questions with these scenarios, and I'm also trying to give you guys solutions. The solution here is healing, working on yourself, and putting the goddamn phone down. Knowing when the fuck to shut that thing down. Everyone is on their own journey, and everyone has good and bad moments, including me. Everybody does, okay? So understanding that, and understanding that, once again, Instagram is a highlight, is what's gonna help you not feel not enough. Be confident with bad acne. No, girls. Oh, I couldn't wait to answer this one. I could not wait to answer this one. Sometimes I feel like God makes me go through things so that I can relate to you guys. I promise God puts me through things so that I can be testimony of certain things. I never struggled with acne in high school. But when I got in my early 20s, I started struggling with acne a lot. Now, it all ties into a lot. I'm going to show you guys a picture. I'm going to be very vulnerable with you guys, and I'm going to show a picture that I don't think I've ever really posted. I think I posted it and then I deleted it because I felt like, oh my gosh, this is too much. This is too vulnerable. Because during this time, you guys, I wasn't as confident as I am now today. That was my skin, you guys. I was going through a purge. My body was purging out all the nasty shit that I've been putting in my body for years. At a certain age, I think when I hit like 23, I started breaking out like in my cheeks and certain places, like hormonal acne. And then it just got worse fast. And I was like, oh shit. Oh no, no, no. And during that time, I was not confident. And I wish I would have learned the tools to be confident at that moment, but hold on, you guys. I do now. Dealing with acne that bad, I would cry. I wanted to cancel my birthday in Hawaii because I was just not confident. But once again, it's like once you get in this moment of realizing like it's not that bad, you kind of overcome it, because I'm going to show you guys the pictures that I also took during that time. And I felt myself, I love those pictures. And I look back and I remember feeling like that bitch during those pictures, but like literally like 5 days before I was crying and I was canceling the whole trip. Now, one thing that really I suggest for acne is making sure you find a really good esthetician, and they do not have to be pricey. During this time though, I went with Jackie B Skincare. She is in West Hollywood. She really helped me kind of like save my face, but it still kept coming back because it was like a facial is only like a band-aid. It'll stay clear for maybe 2 weeks and then you get onto the next set of outburst. And that's kind of what was happening with me. Jackie was extremely careful and cautious, and she just gave me this boost of confidence that I needed during those times. And she also recommended me to a holistic doctor that she worked with, because she's like, hey Africa, I think that this is stemming deeper into your gut health. So understanding your gut health, I'm not against Accutane, like I said, but I'm more of like a person that rather try everything natural before I ever dive into anything that is not natural. And so to heal your acne, understand that acne is a reaction in your body. Acne is it's our biggest organ in our entire body is our skin. And so when our skin is flaring up or acting up, that means there is something internal going on. Stress will first exacerbate it. And of course, like who's not going to be stressed with a face like I had, right? Now there's like options, right? The facial's temporary fix, the makeup temporary fix, that do give you a boost, right? They do definitely give you a boost. However, you want to make sure you're getting to the root of it. You want to make sure that you are tackling internally, what is your body trying to tell you? Understand that our body will always talk to us. And so if you're battling with any skin issues, it's your skin talking to you, it's your body talking to you. You're lucky that you're actually getting these signs from your body before they become anything worse. But yeah, so the solution here is permanent cure, is understanding that your body's trying to tell you something. There are reasons why your skin is breaking out, if it is, whether it's hormonal, whether it's an allergy to something that you're eating, whether it's you're applying too much product on your skin, whatever it is, you have to understand that you have to look within out, not out within. It's most of the time something we are putting in our body than what is out here. That is a deeper solution, but there's also things like diverting the attention to something you wear, or doing your makeup so beautiful, doing a bomb ass eyeshadow where now it's on your eyes and not on your face, or doing a cute ass hairstyle, or things that are more you that you can do, or even if it's not you, step out your comfort zone and see how much you love it. It's like me with makeup. Like, I wasn't good at it, so I didn't like it. I'm getting better at it, and so I'm obsessing with it right now because I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had it like that. I did not know I had it like that. So yeah, I had a baby, and now I have stretch marks on my belly. Girl, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something for real. I have hella stretch marks on my booty cheeks. On my booty cheeks, a little in between my thighs, on my hips, and I am 108 pounds. BFFR. Even with stretch marks, I feel confident as fuck. My man, let me tell you something about my man. My man loves my stretch marks. I think Anthony would prefer me with stretch marks than no stretch marks, because he's always showing love to that. Stretch marks me van y me vienen. I don't really care. I got some jellyfish attack. I got attacked by a jellyfish in Cancun, and I have these like ugly ass scars. And once again, you guys, I was like, what the fuck? I rock them scars. I got a cool story to say with that. And that's not gonna stop my beauty, because guess what? I'm Africa G, and you are insert name here. Scars are just part of you. They're not the full you. Your stretch marks, whether it's your underarms and your stomach or your thighs or everywhere, is one part of you, but there's different multiple layers of who you are. But you need to believe that. You need to understand. You need to be in love with yourself. You need to love yourself so goddamn much that you're just like, oh, actually, I rock these fucking stretch marks. I just had a baby. And if you're like, you know what? Stretch marks is cute, but not for me, girl. Not for me. I want to be a glazed donut. Girl, there are so many things now. There's these creams, there's lasers. I haven't done it because I don't really care. I don't really care about my stretch marks. Like, it does not bug me. I have a lot of stretch marks on my ass. It does not bug me one bit. However, if I had a baby and then I got maybe my full stomach full of stretch marks, I might learn to love that, or I might be like, maybe I don't like this. Maybe I don't fuck with the stretch marks, and there's solutions for it, you know? And so like, you have to understand, like, are you gonna live with it and be okay? You have to make the choice. You have to make the choice. Are you gonna live with it and be completely comfortable and okay with it and own it and rock it and be like, this is part of me. This is who the fuck I am. Are you gonna do that? Or are you gonna be like, you know what? I tried doing that. It's not working for me. I don't like them, period, point blank, and I'm gonna do something about them. Then take that action. But regardless, the solution for this requires an action. Now the action is based on you. And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm not going to judge you if you get something done or if you don't get something done regarding the situation. And that goes for everything. That goes for literally anything. But you have to make a choice. What are you going to do about it? But what we're not going to do is put ourselves down over something we can't control, like stretch marks. If you are below average, what would you do to feel better? Okay, so for you, my love, there is many options. What is it that you're not feeling better about? Is it your skin? Is it your body? Is it something that we can take action on? Because if we can take action on, then we have to take the action. We have to find the discipline to get it done. However, if you're finding the unmotivation, or you don't understand why you're unable to take that discipline, that step to taking action, then we have to look into like, okay, what is the real reason I can't get my ass up in the morning, right? We need to work on that. You said no surgery, so we eliminate the surgeries part because that is not in alignment with who you are, and so we have other options. So you feel like you are below average, but who is to say that you are below average? Who told you that? Who told you that you are below average? Because you're not below average, but you feel below average. Who made you feel below average? At what point in life did you, or did someone, or what happened that made you feel like you were not, that you were below average, that you were not enough. It seems to me that there's some deep healing that we need to do, because confidence is an entire skill that you have to dominate, that you have to learn. And there's work that is required with this. There is work with every single question that I just answered. And you guys, this is only the tip of the iceberg. Today, we only got to cover body, beauty, and confidence around others. And you guys, I had such a good time. I knew this video was gonna be so long. I was able to tackle three of my eight topics today. I don't know how many parts where I'm gonna make this into, but I don't want to make this video too long. But I am so happy, you guys, with talking about these things, because I don't know, I love talking to you guys. I love you to like all the use that all the podcasts and all the bugs and all my experiences and all the things that I have gone through. I feel like I go through them with a purpose to share them. And this is the perfect space and the perfect place to share them, because I've said many times, I feel like I say this in every video, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep saying it. You guys are my safe space. This is a safe space. We are creating something here. And if you watch this, thank you so much for watching all of this. If you guys have any more questions, please drop them down in the comments, and I will see if I get to it in part 2. This is what I went through today. Like, this is what I went through today. All these questions. Then I have these. Then I have these. These are a lot. Then I have these. I have so many questions, you guys. I am so excited. I cannot believe I got so many questions about this confidence topic, and it's something I've always wanted to get on here and talk about. And I was afraid. I don't know why I was afraid. I think before I wasn't fully confident, and now I truly feel like I'm in my confident, feminine, happy era. And I have sad days too, and I'm not always confident. It's that 80-20 rule. I am 80% of the time confident, and that's what we want in life, an 80-20 rule. And you guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Love you girls so much. And even though we haven't gone into part 2, part 3, or how many ever parts this will take, I want to let you guys know that you are beautiful. If no one has told you today, this week, this month, or in your life, hear it from me. You are beautiful. You are enough. You are special. I love you. And I know love is a strong word, but I do love you. There is a lot of abundance of love to give, and I just feel like I just want to give love. And let's get to work, ladies. Let's get to work. We got a lot of work to do. Let's get to fucking work. Let's work on ourselves. Let's be the best versions of ourselves. It is 2024. The time is now. The time is right now. So after we end this video, I want you to do something for yourself. Please do one thing for yourself. One thing for yourself, one thing you learned from here or in a book or elsewhere. It doesn't have to be from me. Do it for yourself, because you deserve. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.